Can I also ask you about Sir Mark Rowley, the Metropolitan Police Chief? You called for him earlier in the week to go after the extraordinary exchange with a police officer, which was defended by the police initially, in which Gideon Falter, an anti-Semitism campaigner, attended the pro-Palestinian march on April the 13th in the streets of London and was told that he couldn't walk across the crowd because he was openly Jewish by the officer. After watching the full exchange, there's a 13-minute video that Sky News had filmed, the Metropolitan Police Chief has praised the professional conduct of the officer in that row. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's all been a very badly handled situation, mainly by the leadership. I have no complaint about the individual officers on the ground. They're dealing with really difficult situations which are fast-moving and complex. But what I do believe has gone wrong is the strategy and the tactics and the orders which are being given by the leadership at the Met. We've now seen 6 months of these marches taking place in London, hundreds of thousands of people marching through the streets of London. They've made London no-go zones for Jewish people whenever these marches take place. And what we've seen is the police have chosen a side, ultimately. They've said that we're going to protect the right of the pro-Palestinian marchers to do whatever they want, even if it's anti-Semitic chanting, even if it's chanting of jihad, even if it's scaling of war memorials, even if it's threatening, abusive and criminal behaviour. And everybody else, Jewish or not Jewish, but this incident involves a Jewish man, has to just stay away and keep their heads down. I think that's fundamentally wrong. And for the Met to come out and defend it in this way is a horrible example of victim blaming, frankly, that we wouldn't see if this involved a person of another ethnicity. And I think it's a disgrace. I think that the leadership needs to change. We've had meetings, we've had apologies for the apologies, we've had the speeches on the steps of Downing Street. Nothing has changed, and things are only going to change if the culture changes and if the leadership changes. OK, just finally, it is St George's Day today. We see the constituent parts of the UK celebrating their patron saints. Certainly, you know, St Patrick's. We certainly still see many people, no Irish links at all, happily to celebrate that day. St Andrew's and St David's Day. And yet somehow St George's Day doesn't seem to get the same amount of attention, and certainly the flag doesn't. I'm asking our audience today about why so many people in our country seem to be ashamed of the St George's Cross, of the England national flag. Why do you think that is? Well, personally speaking, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm very proud of our national flag, and I'm very proud of what St George's Day represents. It's all that's great about England and English culture and more broadly Great Britain. And our country has done untold good for civilization over the centuries and today, and I'm sure in the future. So I'm very proud of what England represents. I'm very proud of the English people. So, you know, I'll be raising a pint with friends and family tonight, and I'm not at all ashamed of our But you're flag. Not, we're not, I'm sure our audience isn't. But why do you think so many are? Among, you know, the great and the good, you know, the Emily Thornberrys, who tweets a picture, a sneering way of a house with a white van outside and an England flag, and we all know what she meant by it. Why are people so sneering about people who fly the flag because of their associations with that flag? Well, I think particularly on the left of the political divide, we do tend to get this sneering snobbery towards the masses or the people and those of us who are speaking for the people. And I do think Emily Thornberry does personify that, and they generally think it's all a bit you know, uncouth and a little bit unsophisticated. Yeah. It's what I like to call the luxury beliefs brigade, and they're all in favour of open borders. They're all in favour of globalism. They're all in favour of you know, the next faddish idea, which can be sometimes very dangerous for you know, for people, but they don't really care about speaking for the silent majority, for the law-abiding, patriotic majority, as I like to call them, the decent British people who voted for Brexit, for example. We saw this play out with Brexit, you know, or want to stop the boats. You know, it plays out in these debates. But I think on the left of politics, we do tend to see this this ugly snobbery. and I don't think that is actually representative of what the majority of British people feel and think about their country.
Okay. Well, a happy St George's Day to everyone. Suella Braverman, former Home Secretary, Conservative MP, thank you so much for joining us live there from Westminster. Slightly noisy Westminster at times, but thank you very much indeed.